You ever wonder why every time that we talk about achieving our goals, we have to discuss about habits? Simple. Our habits are what govern our life. A very simple concept, but very powerful. Whether or not we can achieve what we want will depend on our habits. For this reason, I want to invite you to examine the habits that we should cultivate and why it is essential that your habits are part of your plan to reach your goals. There are a series of capabilities, abilities, and knowledge that are indispensable to reach your goals and should be turned into habits. Yet, there are some behaviors that shouldn't become a habit. In fact, there are some activities that we should unlearn and take out of our lives in order to accomplish our goals. Now, some habits might be easier to manage than others. For example, those behavior-related habits seem easy to deal with, but can last in short periods of time. That could be a week, a month, or a year. Like, for example, changing the time when you drink your coffee in the afternoon. However, the habits related to our understanding are not easy to deal with, but they will sustain us for the rest of our lives. For example, changing the attitude that you have in front of difficult situations, and instead of looking on the first glance to the negative things that are happening around you, you start looking for the positive things in every single situation or challenge that you have in your life. Now, to attain your goal, you need to be clear about what you want to achieve and have an action plan to accomplish it. As part of this action plan, it is necessary that you understand which ones are those habits that will allow you to achieve that goal, or which ones are those habits that will simply prevent it. Habits are behaviors that are repeated consistently. They arise in the moment when the decisions that we make deliberately are repeated until we no longer decide them, but simply we make them. You make the decision, then you start repeating over and over again until you just accomplish them. So I want to invite you to look at some of the habits that we should cultivate in order not only to accomplish our goals, but also to be every single day closer to success. But before that, I want to invite you to follow us and continue the discussion, not only on this topic, but in others that are helping us to improve our leadership and our productivity. You will find in our blogs, in our videos, a coaching question that will help you reflect on the topic, plus tips to facilitate you to take immediate action. And remember that you can benefit others if you share this material. So I invite you to visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. That way you will be notified when the new material is available for you. Now, let's look at those habits that definitely we need to cultivate. The first one is we need to know the why. We need to know why we are doing what we're doing every day. Also, we need to be and think positive. That is one of the best habits that you can develop. Let's start looking the positive side of every challenge, of every situation that we have every day. Usually you will find a learning experience on an opportunity for your next step. One of the great habits that we can develop is to think and to plan in the long term. We need to stop the microwave mentality and start thinking that everything should happen right now or tomorrow as soon as we take action. No, we need to start cultivating that habit to thinking and planning for the long term. It is also critical that we work and develop as a habit those self-management skills, discipline, control, persistency. And last but not least, we must have our action plan that help us to see the steps that we need to take every day. So the understanding and clarity of your objective will allow you to establish the how. How is that you're going to accomplish that goal? And also it will help you to understand which ones are those habits that you must keep to reach your goal. On the other hand, the why will give you the energy and passion necessary to achieve your habits, and that will take you to achieve your goals. So it will be up to you to make that decision. Which habits do you want to cultivate, and which habits do you want to change, and which ones are the ones that you need to let them go. I know that could be a very overwhelming when you have that desire to reach that goal, to make a reality in your life, but you don't have a plan, but you don't know which one is the next step, but you don't know which ones are those habits that you need to cultivate. For that reason, I created a guide with the 8 elements that every successful plan must have. I created as a resource for those working towards their goals and those who really want to make them happen. If you follow the link with this video, you will get your free guide, but there is more. The writer and speaker, Brian Tracy, says that people with clear written goals accomplish far more in a shorter period of time than people without them could ever imagine. And I totally agree with him. We need to have our goals in writing. For that reason, in this link, you also are going to get a workbook so you can write down not only your plan, but the coaching sessions that I'm adding for you so you can increase your awareness. And our present to you is the Leading Force Planner, which was designed exclusively to increase your intentionality. So begin today to build that action plan using our workbook that will take you to accomplish your goal. Very well. Remember that our desire and leading force is to add value to your leadership, help you increase your productivity, to have more clarity on your next step, and have better results that will take you to higher levels of achievements. Like this video and don't hesitate to add your questions or your comments. We will be happy to reply to you. And in the meantime, I want you to reflect on which habits are not allowing you to reach your goals. See you soon.